All right, we are going. So could you kind of tell us your name or what you'd like to be called first before we start it up?
Yes, my name is John.
John. Okay. John from Louisiana, right?
Yes.
Awesome, man. Cool. And so we're going right now. And so tell us a little about yourself. Like what got you into freestyle? And I just want to say for everyone, John just did some really great freestyling, just very heart, just from the heart. And so tell us a little about your journey with that.
Well, started whenever I was 11. Uh, I have real bad anxiety, depression, and I have aggravated anxiety. So I didn't really like taking medicine. So, because pills, and never really wanted to get addicted, have to know daily, wake up, take pills. So I started smoking, and it's really helped. And it helps me see life in a better picture, helps me calm down and stuff. But it's really mainly I got into it because my cousin got me into it, and all my friends and stuff used to tell me, stop, dude, you suck, you have no flow, you can't do it. And I never let that stop me. I still freestyle in front of them, and if they don't like it, I'll be like, whatever. I don't care what you think, dude.
Good for
I'm gonna do
you.
it. And I just kept doing it over the years, and I noticed like I was never the best in school. I was a troubled kid, always in detention, always in the office, a class clown, never liked school. Um, but my vocabulary, I'm like my reading level and stuff's really low. So it shocked myself honestly that I can freestyle because you got to think it's not as easy as most people think just to come up with something on the top of your head and just go with it. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. It's not that easy. It just takes a lot of practice for anyone out there that ever tries it. Don't let no one push you down. Just stay on it, and you'll get it. Uh, I got so many different flows. Like it's insane. Just practicing. Like the way my voice sounds right now is because of the way I rap. Sometimes it done made my voice deep. Like it's done made it really really deep. But yeah.
Mm, mm. So like with like your have you lived in Louisiana your whole life?
Yes, born and raised.
And what are your parents like pretty supportive of you and rapping and all?
Uh, my mom's. I've rapped in front of my mom like twice, maybe. She don't know that I do it on a regular just to do it. No one really does, except for a couple of my buddies. I have a couple other people that I freestyle with, and they really helped out a lot. Showing me little techniques and stuff like that. But no one really knows, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of like your own kind of secret creative thing, I guess, huh?
Yeah, like I have a couple people I've been around. I went to school with. We were cool, but we wasn't friends. And like I said, I was a bad kid in school. Like no one really liked me. So
Why do you think that is? Like what was that?
I had an attitude and I didn't put up with bullshit. Like I say I was a troubled kid, but then again, like where I went to school, I was a big school, and teachers wasn't the very nicest. So, and I didn't let no teacher say things to me and me just sit there and take it. Like I had my work input, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. Like you don't like me, you just don't like me. Like you got to know somebody that cares. That's my favorite saying. Like if someone's talking to me and I don't care, and they know I don't care, and they're still trying to talk to me, I'll look. Hey, you got to tell somebody that cares, dude. I don't care. I'm sorry, but I don't. Like it's real. Like not fake. I hate fake people. Hate them.
So like these friends that have said like, you suck, like they don't really sound like friends to me, man. I don't know.
Well, honestly, it sounds bad, but then again, I thank them because that's where it's gotten me till today. Like they've heard me freestyle now, and they're like, "Damn, like, okay, my bad, bro. You're here, you got something." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." It just takes time. You just gotta apply yourself to it. You just take time.
Good for you, man. Dude, I mean that's hard work and like what you love, and
Yeah.
I think so many people don't know themselves very well, and something that shows like the confidence that you have in what you love, you know, like that's strong, that's strength right there, you know, that's real
Yeah,
strength. Um,
yeah.
so what is life like? You know, I've talked to people from all over the place, and like, how is Louisiana different from other places, you think?
Because we have Bossier, and it's one of the top three crime rated cities in the United States. You know, I don't personally like it here. I'm hopefully going to be moving to Colorado soon. But we call it shitport. Streetport, but shitport. You know, it's not the best place. I went out of town. Oh, I went out of town the other day, other weekend, a weekend ago, and while I was out of town, there was five shootings. Yeah,
So
yeah.
is this just your kind of like, is it a small town that you're in?
Oh, big. It's pretty big. You know,
Why do you think there's so much crime?
uh, I don't know how to answer that question. I honestly don't even know. I wouldn't even better get my input on that. It's
It's there's like a lot of maybe just a lot of hatred.
probably, you know, uh, it's a lot of fucked up people. There ain't nothing we can do about it. You know, it's just how people are.
I think like probably is it a very poor area? Like is that one of the no?
No, it's just not everyone has a job living off the government. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
So what is it about Colorado that interests you?
Always wanted to be there. I love the snow. Um, Here, it's not pretty here. Like you go to Colorado, I've been out of state, and like it's trashy here. It's very trashy. Like Colorado has no trash on the roads at all. Uh, I went to Steamboat. You know, all the buses you take, they're free. You just get on it and go. You know, I don't know. It's one place I've always wanted to live. If it's not Colorado, it's gonna be Alaska.
Yeah, dude,
Just
those are
love
two
the cold.
places I want to go too. Yeah.
Well, this is the other reason why I want to go to a cold state because I gotta keep my room cold because of the animal I have. Come here, Athena. Athena. Come here, baby. Come here, Athena. Athena. She don't want to come.
What do you got over there? You got a puppy or is it a cat?
She's about a year and a half old. It's a dog.
Oh,
Oh, come here, Athena. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, Athena. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come on, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh,
oh wow.
yeah.
Wow, she's a big one, huh?
Yeah.
So what kind of dog is she?
It's, Malamu Husky and Wolf.
Whoa. Wow, what a beautiful dog.
Yes, I rescued her.
Really? What's the story there?
It's like my second family in Toledo, Baron. They had her, they got her because she ran up on their house, and they posted pictures and everything. No one said anything, so she couldn't be an inside dog. So they had her on a chain outside, and where I'm from, it's hot. This kind of dog does not need to be out in the sun. And
Mm.
I asked him if I could take. Oh, well, my sister asked. It was me and my sister's idea. And then when we brought her home, my sister was like, "It's my dog." I gave her all the attention because when you walk through the door after a long day, she jumps up on you. Well, I done trained her to where she jumps up. You put your arm out, and she puts both her feet right there. You get to pull her in and you love on her. Well, I gave her most attention, and I tried to tell my sister, "It's my dog." No, it's not. It's like, yeah, it is. It was like she listens to me. I give her all the attention. It's my dog. And then finally one day she was like, "Your dog pissed in the house." I was like, "Oh." And when the dog does something bad, it's my dog. I said, "No, it's your dog." And she was like, "Fine, if you want it, it should be your dog, but you better take care of it." I'm like, "I'm gonna take care of her." Spoiled rotten.
That's great. That's yeah, that's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of your dreams like moving away and doing things like what do you like doing? I guess being
Uh,
doing rapping and that stuff.
I like if I could ever just like the money to do something like with my life. Probably, I have a couple things I always want to do. I want to become like have a scrap yard, my own scrap yard, but do scrap yard art. Like I love to weld. I love to weld, and I didn't get to finish school because I lived an hour away from my school, and they told me that hey, uh, they have a new law in the Southern Parish that no kid left behind. That so if you can bring your grades up and show that you're trying, you'll graduate. It's like okay, so I had two Fs. One of them was English, one of them was math. I brought my English up to like a D, and then like a week before graduation, I was trying so hard to get my work turned in and stuff. I was 2 points in geometry, a D, and they told me that I wasn't going to be able to graduate and I have to come back next year for one semester, take a class, but every day after that class, I had to go home, and I didn't have a vehicle. We don't work it out to where my counselor on some mornings, since she lived past where I lived in Shreveport, she picks me up and takes me to school. And my mom would pick me up after work. I have to stay like an hour after school and then wait for her to come pick me up. Or my grandfather would take me in the mornings. And yeah, so I'm the youngest out of me, my sister, and my brother. My brother's the oldest. And my sister, she dropped out. Well, they thought I was going to be the one, to drop out. And so I stuck with it. And as much as my mom really wanted me to graduate, I lived an hour away from school. There was no way I was going to be able to go back for one semester every day. So she told me to just get a job. So I started working construction, kind of. It was post frame and red iron buildings. And I started that. And then I got laid off because it was the rainy time of the year, last one hired, you know. And I put on Facebook, I'm looking for a construction job, and these people that I grew up with, they hit me up like 5 minutes after I posted, talking about call so and so, and I called him, and he was like, "When can you go?" I was like, "Whenever." He's like, "Well, meet me here right now, and you start right now." I was like, "All right," and I've been working with them ever since. And they're people, they're like uncle and aunt to me, I kind of grew up with them, but I'm actually, since it's the rainy time of the year, I'm actually about to put in an application to the gas station. I know it sounds like a downgrade, but to a gas station right down the road from me, and they're looking for a full-time employee for the kitchen cook.
Wow.
And I asked one of the dudes how much they start out. He said they start out at $10 an hour. And I said, well, how many hours you make a week? He said, dude, I bring about 74 hours a week. You get paid every week. And he makes almost, he said he makes $1,000 every week after taxes. So I was like,
Wow.
I'm about to change up because, whatever I can do to better myself, I'm going to do.
That's great. Well, like I kind of want to, yeah, what a great story, and thank you for sharing it. Like I'm really interested in this idea of like having F's and D's and stuff in school. Like, what do you think it was that kind of worked against you? Um,
So probably more of, I believe I have ADHD, but when I got tested for it, the doctor said I didn't. But I realized it's like really hard for me to be focused. I was 504, not special ed, but like I had certain things like calculator on test read aloud, small group, stuff like that. And I don't know, like I could study real hard for the test and know it. For some reason, every time the test hits in front of my face, I go blank. And like I
hmm.
sit there and start stressing, like I just knew this, like, and multiple choices what really throws me off because it just makes me second guess myself. And I don't know, I just never been the best kid. And everyone's always said you'll miss school once you're out. You start working, you come in the door, you'll miss it. I do not miss it one bit. Only thing I work commercial work, construction, like hotels, hospitals, nursing homes, and only thing I use is simple math. Read a tape measure. Like I've used nothing I've learned in school except English and math. Reading, math, simple math. I don't need nothing else. That's the reason why I kind of hated it so much because like I knew that I wasn't going to use none of this in real life. And it kind of messed up my mentality of like school, but it was real, you know, like everyone always told me, they would always tell me in school, you're not going to become nothing if you do not graduate. You need a high school diploma. You know, I really want to go up and just for the heck of it, buy a Gucci bag, put all my money in it, and walk up to my school. And, you know, said I wasn't going to be nothing, and unzip it, just dump out hundreds. But like, no, now look, that was made real. No hustle, nothing. That was me working. I tell you, I wouldn't be nothing. That real, you know.
So I get so like if you could change the way that school is done, like so it was the best that it could be for you, how would you change school and how it goes about things?
More of on the lines of not teaching the past, teach what we need to learn for the future, and strive to not only look for the people, you know, like strive to push for what's that called? Creativity. What's best for the kid, you know, what strives them to want, what strives them to go, what's best for their life, you know, not to teach them the past and all that stuff. Because, you know, I heard this thing talking about multiple choice, the dude that made up multiple choice. Hold on. If you don't mind, I'll play it. You may.
Yeah, go for it.
It's, you ever heard of school against court?
No, school against court.
Hold on. I'm about to pull it up.
What is it a video or
Right
is it a
here.
rap or oh,
No, it's more of like a preaching line of school, the school system.
Albert Einstein once said,
It's a little long, but just
everybody's
listen,
a
it's real.
genius.
okay.
But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid.
Here.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, today on trial we have modern day schooling. Glad you could come. Not only does he make fish climb trees, but also makes them climb down and do a 10-mile run. Are you proud of the things you've done? Turning millions of people into robots. Do you find that fun? Do you realize how many kids relate to that fish swimming upstream in class, never finding their gifts, thinking they are stupid, believing they are useless? Well, the time has come. No more excuses. I call school to the stand and accuse him of killing creativity, individuality, and being intellectually abusive. He's an ancient institution that has outlived his usage. So, Your Honor, this concludes my opening statement, and if I may present the evidence of my case, I will prove it. Proceed. Exhibit A. Here's a modern day phone. Recognize it? Here's a phone from 150 years ago. Big difference, right? Stay with me. Here's a car from today, and here's a car from 150 years ago. Big difference, right? Well, get this. Here's a classroom of today, and here's a class we used 150 years ago. Now, ain't that a shame? In literally more than a century, nothing has changed. Yet you claim to prepare students for the future? But with evidence like that, I must ask, do you prepare students for the future? Or ask? I did a background check on you and let the record show that you were made to train people to work in factories, which explains why you put students in straight rows, nice and neat, tell them sit still, raise your hand if you want to speak, give them a short break to eat, and for 8 hours a day, tell them what to think. Oh, and make them compete to get an A letter which determines product quality, hence grade A of meat. I get it. Back then, times were different. We all have a past. I myself am no Gandhi. But today, we don't need to make robot zombies. The world. Now we need people who think creatively, innovatively, critically, independently, with the ability to connect. See, every scientist will tell you that no two brains are the same, and every parent with 2 or more children will confirm that claim. So please explain why you treat students like cookie cutter frames or snapback hats, giving them this one-size-fits-all crap. Sorry, Your Honor, but if a doctor prescribed the exact same medicine to all of his patients, the results will be tragic. So many people will get sick, yet when it comes to school, this is exactly what happens. This educational malpractice where one teacher stands in front of 20 kids, each one having different strengths, different needs, different gifts, different dreams, and you teach the same thing the same way? That's horrific. Ladies and gentlemen, the defendant should not be acquitted. This may be one of the worst criminal offenses ever to be committed. And let's mention the way you treat your employees. Objection, overruled. I want to hear this. It's a shame. Teachers have the most important job on the planet, yet they're underpaid. No wonder so many students are short-changed. Let's be honest. Teachers should earn just as much as doctors, because a doctor can do heart surgery and save the life of a kid, but a great teacher can reach the heart of that kid and allow him to truly live. See, teachers are heroes that often get blamed, but they're not the problem. They work in a without any options or rights. Curriculums are created by policymakers, most of which have never taught a day in their life. Just obsessed with standardized tests. They think filling in a multiple choice question will determine success. That's outlandish. In fact, these tests are too cruel to be used and should be abandoned, but don't take my word for it. Take Frederick J. Kelly, the man who invented standardized testing, who said, and I quote, "These tests are too cruel to be used and should be abandoned." Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if we continue down this road, the results will be lethal. I don't have much faith in school, but I do have faith in people. And if we can customize healthcare, cars, and Facebook pages, then it is our duty to do the same for education, to upgrade it, change it, do away with school spirit, because that's useless. Unless we're working to bring the spirit out of each and every student, that should be our task. No more common core. Instead, let's reach the core of every heart in every class. Sure, math is important, but no more than art or dance. Let's give every gift an equal chance. I know this sounds like a dream, but countries like Finland are doing impressive things. They have shorter school days, teachers make a decent wage, homework is non-existent, and they focus on collaboration instead of competition. But here's the kicker, boys and girls. Their educational system outperforms every other country in the world. Other places like Singapore are succeeding rapidly. Schools like Montessori, programs like Khan Academy, there is no single solution. But let's get moving, because while students may be 20% of our population, they are 100% of our future. So let's attend to their dreams and then tell them what we can achieve. This is a world in which I believe, a world where fish are no longer forced to climb trees.
Thank you for showing that, man. Dude, I'm tearing up.
Problem, man.
This is why we need like people in power to do this stuff, you know? It's coming. It's coming. Maybe in our lifetime, maybe not, but I don't know. So I mean that was great. That was great. So usually what I do is I have like a bunch of kind of written questions here that I ask people. There are a lot of them, but I only ask for people to answer three of them. Um, so could you choose three numbers between 1 and 45?
Yes, and if after I choose them, can you type them on the screen?
Totally, yeah.
Okay. Wait, what did you say?
Between 1 and 45.
420.
Okay, so that's 20. I need one more.
No, 4, 2, and 0.
Okay, but I don't have
One,
a,
one, my bad.
yeah,
One.
that's okay. One. Okay, cool.
Yeah. 420 and 1.
420. I like that 420. Okay. All right, so I'll ask you these questions here. Okay. Number 4. What is the kindest thing that you've ever done for someone?
Um, the I think the kindest thing I've ever done for one soul was give them back everything you know. I just try to treat them like they're real, cause all these people don't know how they feel. You know, I just help. When all these people they telling me that's how they felt. I try to help these people cause you know that it's the right thing to do, but you know people put them all to shame. I don't like a bully, I just like to go. I'm telling all these people, you know, that I put a fight for you, cause I'm here. People need to hear me clear. That's right there is what I've done, and you know it's real.
Love that. All right. All right, number 20. Wow, dude, it's like, yeah, you're connected to something because this question, what is the kindest thing someone has done for you?
Um, um, I think the kindest thing that everyone has done is help me out when you know that I was a kid. People knew my life was really hard but real, but they gon' help me out because you know it's real. With straight love, people telling me you know what this right here could really be above. All the things that you heard, what you did, but all these people don't know how I've been since I was a kid. They was there to help me when my dad was off on bad. I'm telling you, he was up out there riding on a bag. You know he ain't never had the food up in the house. When all these people they seen it, yeah, they really helped me out. They telling me, you know, you could be so better. Don't be like him, but you need to stack it up on your cheddar. I knew that since the day one, so you know I did everything I did, cause you know I ain't had kids. Like I just wanna be so better. They helped me out and made me understand the letter that you gon' write up on the state of mind. I'm never lying. These are all the people that help me, but you know that I'm flying straight up out on the low because they helped me grow. Because you know I was on low, but they didn't know how it I was living my life, how it learned. How all the people telling me, you know where they gon' go. Look, I don't know. But yeah, people helping me out whenever I was down. It's the greatest thing everyone's ever done.
Mm. Okay, last question, man.
Okay.
Ooh, you're getting me. You're getting me. Define love.
Okay. Different beat every time. Bad define words. Love, that's what I've been heard. I think love is a different word. People understand but never really heard anything you said because you know love hurts. But if you find the one that you know that you deserve everything, I'm just telling you. People love your life, but people never love you too. They really care, but when they be pushing you around, I'm telling you, you know what? I be finding love up at the ground. It should be love. Everyone deserves a fucking hug. People telling me that's what it's up. But you know what? My love is never stuck. I just wanna help and give my all. People say that right there is my flaw. Cause you know what? I'm putting all of my love in you because you know that's me. People never see me that much you. Because I wanna do with love, really be as me. People never know, but you know it's true. All I wanna do is love, to give everything to you. But they try to push me away. I'm telling you I love them every day. Everyone should be loved in certain ways. People telling me you know what you are loved every way. I ain't there for you if you need my hand. I'm telling you I'ma do it cause you know I'ma raise the man. Look, I'ma help you when you down. But when all of the people they really getting on the ground, you just need a hand. Telling you man, I can be here and I really could just do it man. If you need a hand, you know who to call. I'm telling you I never fuck around with the law. I ain't bad, but you know what it's sad. All these people talking on they real and they bad. They don't even need me when I'm new. I don't know, mess up, hold on. Like, real love. Telling you, you know what, you know what, you know what you heard. I don't know. I don't even know to be honest.
Oh, dude, that was beautiful. It was great. You know?
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Well, dude, this has been great. This has been really great. Um, before we get going, do you have any last thing you'd like to say to people or some advice or anything?
Yeah, I do actually. But I got something for it. Look. Let that shit Look, let no one talking this shit. All you gotta do is just learn. Since I wasn't little. Hold on, someone's calling me. Alright, well, I'm about to go. I gotta go eat supper.
Okay.
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, man. Wow. What a